Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things, and today's video is going to be a video that I was trying to do annually, but I feel like I definitely missed last year's video. But every year Allure comes out with their best of beauty list, I guess you could call it, and I like to go through my collection and see what I actually own on this list. To be completely honest, this year it's almost completely non-makeup products, so that will be fun to talk about because some of these things I don't know if I have ever talked about in my videos before, or it's been so long. And I thought I could let you know if I actually think they are the best of the best, because a lot of these things on these lists seem very like bought into their positions. So if you guys are interested in seeing what I own from the Allure Best of Beauty 2022 and if I think they are the best of the best, then keep on watching. Let's go. So I did just kind of like go through their website and I like made a list on my phone, and the first product I have is in their hair category. And this was called the Best Volumizer, and they have listed the Living Proof Volume Spray. So I have had this for so long. It feels maybe a little less than half full at this point, but I have had this since I was subscribed to the Boxy Luxe subscription service, which I think I haven't had since 2019. I think it's been that long. So I actually don't love this. I did use this morning to see if I like felt anything towards it because it had been so long, but I don't. I remember that before I used this one, the volume spray I had been actively using was the one from Oribe, and I remember liking the one from Oribe so much that I was like, this one just kind of makes my hair feel gritty and dirty, and that's not something I like. I do know that people do like that feeling in their hair. That's just not something I like for my hair, and I didn't have that feeling with the Oribe spray. That being said, I think the Oribe is like twice the price of the Living Proof. I think this one's hard for me. I don't have a lot of volume at my roots. A lot of my volume is more at the ends of my hair, which is like the opposite of what people want, honestly. But I don't know. I don't like the way this makes my hair feel. That's why I've been going through it at a snail's pace. Whereas like there's lots of other products that I go through much faster. The next product I have is in the brushes category, and this was under makeup sponge, and they have beauty blender listed. I don't have a clean beauty blender, so we're just gonna look at a dirty one right now. But I think it's really weird that every year beauty blender is listed as the best makeup sponge. I get that they were the OG makeup sponge basically, but for $20, I don't think this is better than lots of other makeup sponges, and I feel like that they're not even trying to like really research for this category. I have not tried every makeup sponge out there. Again, you're about to see another dirty sponge, but I feel like something like a little bit more inventive than the beauty blender that's been around forever is like the EcoTools Bio blender. First of all, it's like a different shape, which I find this kind of shape a little bit more useful than this shape. But not only that, this one is biodegradable, which I have seen that Beauty Blender has now come out with one that's biodegradable because of this sponge. So to me, like this is the one that should have won. Not because it's the most amazing sponge ever, because most sponges can blend out your makeup, but I think this one did something that hadn't been done before, as far as I know. So I just think this was a lazy choice. Next, also in the brushes category for tweezers, they had the Tweezerman Slant, which I think I talked about this in my last favorites video. I've had these tweezers since 2012. So these are over a decade old at this point. These are the great. Somehow I haven't lost them in a decade. They're the best tweezers I've ever used. They are very expensive in my opinion for tweezers, but if I never have to get another pair of tweezers again, then I think the cost is worth it, assuming I don't lose them. So this is actually a category where I do agree that these are probably the best. Next, under the nails category, under nail polish, I guess they just called everything nail polish, is the Essie Expressi. And I do have a shade of this, and I put it on last night. I finally took off my Dashing Diva nail wraps, which were not on the best of the best, which I disagree with. And I have this in the shade Scoot Scoot. So this is essentially a fast drying nail polish. So prior to this, I really was always buying the Sally Hansen Insta Dry for that kind of an effect. I will say the Sally Hansen dries much faster than this in my opinion, but the quality of the polish isn't as good as this one. That being said, I don't think this is the greatest nail polish ever. I don't think it's that fast drying. Honestly, I think it makes more sense with the way this specific formula works to just use a regular nail polish and put a good fast drying top coat over it, because to me, this one doesn't dry fast enough. And last night I literally messed up my thumbnail so bad I had to redo it. And it wasn't like I had just painted my nails, like it had been maybe 10 minutes. So to me, that's not the greatest quality fast drying nail polish formula. So this is okay, but I don't think it's, again, the best of the best. As far as a quick drying top coat, I still haven't found the best. I haven't. If you have, let us know. Next, in Hot Tools, the best dryer brush is the Revlon One Step Volume, whatever this thing is called. I bought mine in 2019. Once I bought this, I completely got rid of a hair dryer. I haven't used my hair straightener at all. This is the only hot tool I use. I mean, I don't use it very frequently because I just don't have time to dry my hair. But when I do want to dry my hair, this is what I reach for. I think it's great. It's less than $100 full price, and a lot of the time you can find this thing on sale. Like I said, I've had it since 2019. It doesn't show any signs of like dying, so I think this is the greatest hot tool personally. I know that other brands make like drying brushes that are more expensive, and I'm sure they're probably better for your hair, but I don't use this like on a daily basis, so I don't really mind personally. The next category I have is under body. I actually have two products in the body category, and best shaving cream. They actually have like 2 or 3 listed, so I don't really understand, but they have the Tree Hut Moisturizing Shave Oil, and I agree. This is the best. It is in the coconut lime scent, the one I have. I think they have 2 or 3 scents. I really like the coconut lime. It's my favorite body scrub from Tree Hut, so I've been using it. I have been using this product. I want to say I've been using it since 2019, and this is only my 2nd bottle. Now, this bottle is pretty close to being done, but I don't need a lot of product to use this, and it's so cost effective. Like, it's not an expensive product. A little goes a long way. It's not messy like shaving cream. It smells great. It's moisturizing because it's an oil. To me, again, this is the best of the best. I don't know what the other options they chose were for shaving cream, because I said there were a few, but this one to me, even though it's not a cream and it's an oil, it's fantastic. Oh, best hand sanitizer. I had that, which I did not expect to have. And they have listed the Dove hand sanitizer, which, interestingly enough, when I was shopping for vacation in September and I was in like the travel section, I grabbed the Dove hand sanitizer, not realizing it was like a big deal, which who knows if it even is. This list is subjective. This is the Nourishing hand sanitizer, and it says with lavender and chamomile. The reason I got this was I was like, hand sanitizers usually are very drying on your hands, so something moisturizing seems interesting. It does smell good. It does. I mean, it has a little bit of a hand sanitizer scent. I don't think you can get away from that. I thought I'd show you the consistency. So it's kind of like, I mean, it's obviously liquidy because it's a hand sanitizer, but it's a little bit more creamy looking. So I'm sure that helps with not drying your hands out from hand sanitizer. So I actually think this is a pretty cool product. Trying to rub it all in. I mean, it's affordable. I mean, lavender isn't my #1 scent, but it's nicer than like a regular, like just alcohol hand sanitizer. Yeah, I mean, I think this is cool. I think a little bit goes a long way, so I don't see myself going through this anytime soon, but yeah, I was surprised to see this on the list because I just randomly picked it up on a whim a couple weeks ago. Okay, then for some reason, Allure feels the need to have this category that they call steals, where I guess the point is like, you're getting a really good value for your dollar. And I don't understand why that is even a thing. Like, why can't just like the best of the best be something affordable? Why do they have to have expensive things and then be like, well, these are the cheap things that are really great too? I think it's a little dumb. Anyway, I had one thing in that category, and it's the AOA Paw Paw Wonder Blender. Again, another dirty sponge. And I agree, this is a great value for your dollar. It's essentially the same thing as the Beauty Blender, but I think it's only $1.50 or something. And if you get them in a pack, I think it's even cheaper. So again, this is just my exact point that choosing the Beauty Blender is just a lazy choice. If you want to do something that's like a great value, say the Paw Paw Blender, don't even include the Beauty Blender. I think it's very stupid. And now there are 2 more products, and they're the final 2 products, and one of them is an empty, and one of them is a product that I decluttered. So the product that is an empty I have with me because I have all of my 2022 empty makeup products in this bag, so I was able to grab it out so we could talk about it for this video. You will see this again at the end of the year in my final roundup video. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. Was in the base category as the best bronzer. I want to say it's not good because it's so expensive. It's like, what, $50? It's pretty great, hence me having used it up. I was gifted this very, very, very kindly by a subscriber, and it's by far the easiest bronzer I've ever used. It's kind of liquidy, so it blends out really easily. You don't need to do it too quickly. The color is really natural on my skin tone. It's just expensive. I will say, I just made a purchase and bought a bronzer. That's a cream bronzer that I spent less than $5 on because I kind of realized I used this one up. I'm almost done like 2 or 3 cream bronzers and I'm like literally almost out of cream bronzers. It's one of those steps I do in my everyday makeup routine. And I was like, I saw one, it was on sale for less than $5 and I've heard great reviews on it. So coming soon, but this is really good. I don't want to like oversell it. Like you don't need it, but it is great. That being said, I haven't repurchased it. I feel like if I was going to get another one of these wands from Charlotte Tilbury, I would like to try one of the blush wands. I think that's the direction I would lean, was I would like to try one of the blushes, but it really is really good. And like I said, there's only one other product on this list that I have tried that I don't even have anymore because it was in my most recent single eyeshadow declutter, and that is ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. They were listed as the best eyeshadow pans of one color. So I guess that they just meant a single pot. I like ColourPop Super Shocks. They are easy to use, but they dry up. And I will say I've had other single panned eyeshadows that last longer than a ColourPop Super Shock, but a Super Shock is also very affordable, so I can understand why people like them. So like I get it, but it's not a best product for me personally. So honestly, I was kind of like underwhelmed by the list. There's a lot of new products on the list and I haven't tried a lot of newer products, so I couldn't really speak to a lot of the new makeup. So unfortunately, I didn't have much input into the other products on the list. But let me know if you guys have looked over the list and if you agreed with any of the choices, or have you guys tried any of these products? Are you interested in any of these products? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Instagram down below. Give it a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!